Although Vita Health Group provided this exercise class provisional with your health and safety in mind, each individual participant has their own limitations and should consult their general practitioner or an appropriate medical professional prior to undertaking the class. Should you be prone to injury, are currently pregnant, or be managing any functional limiting medical conditions, please seek medical confirmation prior to participating. At all times, ensure you follow all instructions provided by Vita Health Groups throughout the entirety of the recording. Should you experience any symptoms of dizziness, nausea, or increased pain at any point during your participation, please stop and seek the appropriate advice from your general practitioner or the 111 service.
Hi and welcome to our advanced hip exercise class. My name is Ryan. I'll be delivering today's class. So today's class is designed for people who have seen some improvement in their symptoms and have got a little bit of experience of building strength and stability in and around the hip. So this class is an advanced class 1 to really push ourselves right up to failure with some of our exercises and to really make them a little bit difficult to really push ourselves. So in terms of equipment that we will need, I'll put that on the screen for you now. Just have a quick read through that and make sure you've got everything that you will need around you. Once you get everything sorted, we'll move into our warm-up. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start with a bit of a warm-up now, just get the body ready for the class. So I'm going to start out with a nice gentle march, just very steady on the spot. So looking to drive them knees up, get them arms moving, make sure we're swinging the arms as well. Make sure we're taking nice deep breaths while we're working through the exercise. So kind of the aim of the warm-up here is to raise the heart rate, activate the muscles that we're looking to work, mobilise the joints, and then potentiate, which to make the exercise we're doing a little bit more difficult and progress into the actual class itself. So keep yourself stood nice and upright, nice deep breaths. Keep driving them knees up, don't let them fall down. So as the heart rate begins to pick up, we'll actually increase muscle temperature as well, which improves muscular flexibility. All things that are good to help us perform and to prevent any kind of injury or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to progress this march into a nice steady jog, just keeping it on the spot. Again, don't forget about your breathing. Nice deep breath throughout, nice and light on the toes. If you want to swing the arms a little bit as well. That's it, a little bit longer. Again, just kind of jogging at a comfortable pace, nothing too serious for you. Okay, I'm going to move on to a joint mobilisation for the hips, the lower back and the pelvis. So we're just drawing these nice big circles as far as we can. Keep the hands on the hips just to guide. And I'm going to change direction and the exact same thing going the opposite way. Again, nice deep breaths. Really feel that kind of stretch through the muscles as you push in each different direction. Okay, and then just on one leg at a time, just as far as you're comfortable with, just swing that leg in forwards and in front behind you. Focus on one point in front of you, or pop your arms out just to help you balance a little bit. And again, you can progress it just by swinging a little bit further. So you're just looking to feel that stretch in that hip and activate the glutes as well. Also activate through the leg where we're just keeping a little bit of balance. Okay, and then the exact same thing on the other side. Again, pick one spot in front of you, get the arms out, and just swing that leg. If you do need to put your foot back down to gauge your balance, that's fine. Good stuff. Okay, and then we're just going to start to bring it up the body a little bit into the shoulders. And we're just going to draw these nice big circles with the hands. Again, Progress it yourself, kind of as far as you want to go, as far as feels comfortable for you. If that's just a small circle down here, that's fine. If we can we bring them up into a nice big circle, forwards and backwards, and just keep going. Helps to stretch out the chest, the upper back, even work into the neck a little bit as well. Again, a good warm-up kind of focus targets the whole body rather than just certain structures. Good. Make sure we are changing directions. Good stuff. And I'm going to move on to mobilise the actual spine itself. So various different movements for the spine. So we're going to start with feet nice and close together. Again, nice deep breaths while we work through these. Popping our hands in the front of our thighs and just sliding down as far as we can. When you reach that point, very slowly return to your starting position and repeat. So 5 of these. Again, make sure we are just staying in a comfortable range. So if that's only to your knees and back up, that's perfectly fine. It's just as far as you can go. Okie doke. And once we've done 5, the exact same thing, hands round on the back, just below the glutes. And we're just going to slide down towards the back of the knees. Again, you won't get anywhere near as far as you will going forwards. And again, it's just as comfortable as you can, kind of in terms of distance. So 5. Once you've done your 5, hands round onto the sides, kind of where your pockets should be. Maybe open up your feet a little bit wider for this one. And stand up nice and straight, and you're just going to slide one hand at a time down towards the knee to side flex the spine. And the exact same thing going in the other direction. Good. Again, nice deep breathing as we work through. So to each side is 1 rep, so you do 10 in total. Good, last one. Then you're going to, again, feet similar kind of position, arms out in front of you, and you're going to rotate to look over one shoulder and then rotate the other way. Again, each side being 1 rep, 5 of these. So again, 10 in total. Keep counting your head. Make sure we keep the hips facing forwards, so we're just rotating the lower trunk. Okay, then give everything a nice little shake off as we draw towards the end of our warm-up. So we'll move on to the actual class itself now. So here's just a quick reminder of the equipment we'll need for this class. So this exercise is a banded hip abduction, so we'll need the resistance band in front of us. So we're just going to bring that up around the legs, stepping through. I'm going to position that around halfway up the thigh, like so. And just step out into the band a little bit to have a little bit of resistance through the band. Obviously, if not, it will just fall down. So this is kind of our starting position. And we're just going to bring one leg up and out to the side, like so. And you just keep repeating on one side. So really, if you want to hold the band with the hand on this side and just work with the other one, just abduct that hip up and out. Good, really squeeze the glute as we get up to the top of that movement. It's also great for working the balance on the other side as well. Make sure that hip keeps working all the way up through the full range. Good, and after 8 reps, we're going to repeat on the other side. Good. Just working up and out. Again, if you need to hold the band, nothing wrong with that. We're not working to hold the band there. Good, really, really slow working through that movement. Taking nice deep breaths. keep that band in the right position. Good, one more, take us to 8 reps. Good. And after 8, just let the band drop down around our feet. Just give the knees a little bit of a shake, get the legs moving, and just take 20 seconds to have a little bit of a recovery, give the legs time to recover, and we're just going to have a little bit of a drink, a nice deep breath, and we'll move on to our second set. Okay, so when we're ready, moving on into our second set. So bring that band up and around the legs. So if you just struggle with your balance a little bit on the last one, maybe perform near a wall, something you can hold on to, such as a chair or a wall, whatever. Anything you need to hold your balance. So again, make sure we start on the same side that we started with for our first set. And very, very slowly, just working up into that movement. Really slowly, slower the better. Again, that band around halfway up the thigh. Again, just 8 reps. Nice deep breathing. Should feel that hip really starting to tire. And move on to the other leg. Again, repeating the exact same movement. Maintain that nice deep breathing. Again, 8 reps on either side. Good, one more. Really hold that squeeze and back down. Again, let that band just drop down around our feet. Just walk it out a little bit. Some nice deep breaths. Take 20 seconds to have a little bit of recovery time before we move into our third and final set. Okay, and moving on to our third and final set, so 8 more reps. Bringing that band up around the thighs again. Good stuff. And again, starting with the same side as we have previously. Nice, slow contraction, squeezing that glute at the top and lowering back down. Really, really slow. Maintain that nice deep breathing. Helps with the balance. Again, 8 reps before we move over onto the other side. Good, adjust that band if you need to be. And repeat again. Get your feet set up and work through. Remember, you can hold onto a wall or a chair if you're struggling with your balance. We're looking to work strength in the glutes here. Looking to strengthen the more outer glutes, so the glute med and the glute min. Good. Again, 8 reps on this side, and then let the band drop. Okay, so last one. And then drop that band down around the feet. Again, just step out of that band and just have a nice little walk around. Get the hips moving again. Good stuff. Nice deep breaths, and just take 20 seconds, a little bit of recovery time. Let the hips and the glutes recover. get a drink before we move on to our next exercise. Okay, for our next exercise, we'll be doing some squats with a resistance band around the knees to provide a little bit of resistance, make it a little bit more difficult for us. So we're just gonna bring that band down in front of you and step into it and lifting it up and around the knees like so. Obviously just open up the knees a little bit to hold that band in place. So kind of as soon as you feel that point of resistance, that's where you want to keep your knees. And as we work down into the squat, your knees will push out into the band a little bit further. Just engages the glutes a little bit more, kind of the muscles around the knees as well. Really makes everything a little more difficult and really engages them structures that we're looking to strengthen. So again, just pop your hands wherever feels comfortable, maybe across the chest, out in front of you, whichever you want to do. So I prefer across the chest. Then really, really slowly, we're going to sit down, lowering the glutes down to the floor. So as that band is trying to pull the knees in, make sure you're pulling it out. So if you can't feel the band pulling in, make sure you got to make it a little bit tighter or open up the feet a little bit more until you feel that resistance. Okay, so 10 of these, slowly lowering down and back up. Nice deep breaths as we're working through these. Don't let the knees fall in. Keep driving the knees out. Good. 2 more. Really slow, really steady. Good. And after 10, let that band drop down to the floor and step out of it and just give it a real nice shake of the legs. And just take 20 seconds as a bit of recovery time before we move into our second set. And again, whenever you're ready, just step back into that band. Again, lifting it up and around the knees in a nice, comfortable position, like so. Again, just walk the feet out until you feel that band being a little bit taut. Again, arms across the chest, and very slowly make sure we're taking really nice, big, deep breaths as we lower down into the squat and back up. Remember to keep pushing them knees out into the band. Take your time with these. Make sure we're going down slowly as we're coming back up. Should feel your hips and your glutes really, really burning here. And last one. Good, and again, just let that band drop around the feet and step backwards out of it. Give the legs a nice little shake, walk on the spot. Again, take whatever time you need, around 20 seconds, have a little breather, have a drink before we move into our third and final set. Okay, so moving into our third and final set, again, getting that start position right with the band around the knees. Again, open up them feet. So, a bit of variation with this one, with it being our final set. We are going to work this one until failure. So, working until we just physically can't do any more of these squats. Really, really pushing ourselves, Really great way to improve our muscular strength and endurance. So, arms across the chest again. Really push them knees out and slowly lower down into the squat. Remember that nice deep breathing as we work through these. Good. Really, really slowly. Get them glutes as low to the floor as we can. Okay, so that's just 8 from me, but I want you to keep going, keep pushing yourself, just keep working, maintain that slow, steady, deep squat, with nice deep breaths, and really, really push yourself until you just can't do any more and you need to stop. Once you've done that, let the band drop, give your legs a nice little shake out, walk it out on the spot, get a drink, get your breath back, and just have a little bit of a recovery break before we move into our next exercise. Take around 20 seconds before we move on. Okay, so our next exercise will be knee drive. So perform these over the back of a chair. So make sure you've got a chair kind of where it's nice and steady on the floor, it's not going to slide away from you. So I'm going to turn and face towards the back of the chair. You can put a bit of weight for the back of the chair for balance if you're looking to work the lower limbs. It's going to be a nice, quick, fast muscle contraction. I'm going to hold that and repeat for 30 seconds before I move into a rest break. Okay, so walk the feet back so we've got enough room for the knees to come up. And starting in 3, 2, 1. Just drive the knees up in front of you, nice and quick. Nice deep breaths as we're working through. Good stuff, really drive the knees up, don't let the pace drop. Nice deep breaths, keep your chest up. Good stuff. After 30 seconds, just stop, bring yourself back round. Nice deep breaths. Just take 20 seconds, let the legs recover, get your breath back before we move into our second set. Okay, perfect. So after that nice little rest break, again, back in over the back of the chair. Again, walking the feet back ever so slightly. And when we're ready, so again, 30 seconds, nice quick pace, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, just as quick as you can, work at your own pace. Just make sure we're taking nice deep breaths as we're working through. Keep driving the knees up. Keep the same intensity throughout. Good. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good stuff. Again, nice deep breaths. Get your breath back, have a rest, let the legs recover, and we'll do one more set after a quick 20-second rest. Okay, perfect. Moving into our final set. Again, keeping that intensity up as we start to get a little bit tired. So, again, hands on the back of that chair, walk yourself back. And again, 30 seconds, as quick as you're comfortable. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice and quick. Nice deep breath throughout. Keep breathing, keep that intensity up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Again, nice deep breaths. Go get a drink. Give the legs some time to recover before we move on to our next exercise. Okay, so next up we have a stretch for the hip flexors, which are the muscles that run down the front of our thighs and up over the pelvis as well. So we're going to start off on our knees for this stretch. I'm just going to place one foot out in front of the other. So we're looking to stretch this side first. So we're just going to lean forward onto this knee and hold that there. As we get to that end point, we're just going to twist and put a little bit of a rotation through the hips. Just holding that for 20 seconds. Just keep working through. Nice deep breathing. Good. Very, very slowly, don't rush. After 20 seconds, we're going to come back up. And we're going to repeat on the other side. Just get yourself set up. Again, extend that knee out in front of you. If you need to bring this knee backwards, make sure we're all set up right, so you can feel it in this right hip flexor, so down the front of the hip. And again, just lean forward so you can feel that stretch down the front of the hip. Again, just 20 seconds holding this position with a very gentle twist in either way. You can use your hands on the knee to help twist to progress that stretch. Good. Really, really slowly. Nice deep breaths as we repeat for 20 seconds. Really slow it down. Good. And bring the knees together. And just take some nice deep breaths, just have a little bit of a break before we move into our second set. Okay, and moving on into our second set, again repeating on the side that we worked first. So, bring that knee up in front, slowly leaning forward. So adjust that back knee so you can feel the stretch down the front of the side. Again, leaning forward onto that side, anchoring using the hands, and twist over each side. Should really feel the stretch progressing as we turn away from that side. Again, 20 seconds, just moving through nice and slowly. Good, so just rotating the top half. After 20 seconds, we're going to repeat on the other side. Slowly lean forward, holding onto the knee as a bit of an anchor point, and slowly twist, looking over each side. So we're not twisting the knee or the hips, it's just the torso that we're twisting. Good, 20 seconds again. Maintain that nice deep breathing. You should also feel a bit of a stretch in the glutes on this side as well. Really good stretch this one. Good. Just holding that for 20 seconds. And after 20, comes back into a kneeling position. Nice and tall. Nice deep breaths. Just take 20 seconds of a bit of recovery time, get a drink if needed, and we'll move into our third and final set. Okay, and moving on to our third and final set. Again, starting on the same side that we started with previously. Bringing that front knee up and out in front. Adjusting that back knee so you can feel that stretch. And then as we lean forward, feel that stretch right down that front side and into the glute on this side. Again, just using that knee to push off, to twist from either side. Really so it's just the upper torso that we're looking to twist. Again, just 20 seconds, that nice deep breathing. Good. After 20 seconds, swap over on to the other side. Again, just adjust this knee position where needed and slowly lean forward. Again, really hold on to that knee and twist to look from side to side. Really important we keep that nice deep breathing, allows us to push further into our stretch. Again, just 20 seconds. Good. Again, 20 seconds in, bring that knee back down next to the one and climb back to your feet. Give legs a nice little shake off. Stand tall, nice deep breaths, and just take 20 seconds for a bit of recovery before we move into our next exercise. Okay, so this next exercise will be a glute bridge on our heels. So very similar to a normal glute bridge, I'm going to walk the feet out a little bit further away and lift the toes up so we are just on our heels. Just makes it a little bit more difficult as we complete the exercise. So start out laid on our back. Get nice and comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to start out with hands, palms face down, and just walk the feet ever so slightly away from the body. So as you can see, toes up off the ground, just the heels touching the floor there. And we're going to push up to straighten out the hips, a nice line down like so. So we're going to squeeze at the top and slowly lower down. If you need to progress, just try and walk the heels a little bit further away. Makes it a little bit more difficult to keep everything stable. Nice deep breathing as we're working through these. Really slow under control. Working up to 10 reps. Really, really slowly. Okay, last one, take it to number 10. And lower back down. Now we're just going to lower the legs out, down on the floor. And sit ourselves up. And just in this position, just have a nice 20-second break. Let the muscles recover, get yourself comfortable, get your breath back, have a little bit of a drink if needed. And we'll come back for another set of 10 and one more after another rest to finish off this exercise. Okay, so when we're ready, again going in with the glute bridges on the heels. So again, lower back down into that starting position and bring the heels back up. Again, keep the knees and the ankles nice and close together with the palms flat down on the ground. Okay, and ever so slowly, again, nice deep breaths, under control, push up, squeeze the glutes, and lower back down. Again, just adjust feet position if needs be. Make sure we're squeezing them glutes right at the top and lowering down as slowly as we can. Again, count yourself up to 10 reps. And always make sure you get that nice squeeze of the glutes in between reps. Okay, one more to take us to 10. And then again, lower the legs down out in front of you and sit yourself up. Give the legs a nice little bit of a stretch out. Get yourself comfy. Again, take 20 seconds, have a little bit of a drink, have a breather before we go into our third and final set. Okay, so moving on to our third and final set. So lowering back down into that starting position again. So these ones, I'm going to try and see if we can do them a little bit slower and just hold that pause at the top for a second longer. Again, so lift the feet up onto just the heels, push up, pause, 1, 2, and slowly lower down. Okay, so rather than just a squeeze, more of a pause for a couple of seconds before we lower back down. Again, nice deep breaths, count yourself up to 10 in your head. Keep it nice under control. Maintain that deep breathing for the last couple. One more, make it a good one. Really squeeze them glutes together, hold that there. And lower back down. Again, straighten them legs out. Bring yourself back up to your feet. Just give the legs a nice little shake out, a bit of a rest. So take 20 seconds, get your breath back, give your legs time to recover, have a bit of a drink before we move on to our next exercise. Okay, so our next exercise is a weighted split squat. So obviously for this one, you can see I've got a pillow, just make it a little bit more comfortable under the foot, a chair, and then the 2 weights as well. So you don't need anything particularly heavy here. I've just got 4 kg. Obviously just try and gauge your weights around what you're comfortable with. So we're going to sit ourselves down at the edge of the chair, placing the feet out, the legs nice and straight. So wherever the heel is, that's your starting position. So place that heel nice and flat to the floor, keeping that arms down by the side wherever it feels comfortable and placing that back foot up on the chair. So bringing that foot right to the edge of the chair so we can really move that ankle. And we're just going to lower this back knee down to the ground. So repeating 7 times on each side. Good. Nice and slow, really important we keep nice deep breaths while we're working through these. Really difficult exercise. But a really great one for building strength through the leg and also balance and proprioception in that grounded leg. Good, nice and slow. Really deep breaths. Good, and one more. Good, and swap legs. So we're going to keep heels in line with each other and just place that back foot up on that chair. Again, bring that foot right to the edge of the chair. So as we lower down, the ankle can bend. Good stuff. Really keep lowering that back knee down to the ground and drive back up. Good. Good stuff. 2 more. Keep them slow under control. Good. And after 7, just pop them weights down. Again, give legs a nice little shake out. Give them a rest. Take 20 seconds for recovery. Get a drink. Get your breath back before we move into our second set. Okay, and moving on to our second set. Again, get back in that starting position. Sit on the edge of the chair to find that heel position. Stretch the legs out in front of you. And again, make sure we stay on the same side that we started with originally. Bring that foot up and behind. And again, bring the foot to the edge of the chair. And lower that knee down to the ground. Nice deep breathing again. Keep it under control. Get that knee nice and low. Good, again after 7, bring that back foot forwards and place a grounded foot up on that chair. Good stuff. And again, just repeat that process. Open that chest up, nice deep breathing. Lowering down and back up. Really deep breaths. Again, 7 reps on each side. Keep counting in your head. Good, again after 7 reps, just place the weights back down on the chair. Good, again, shake them legs out and just take 20 seconds, get your breath back, get a drink, let the legs recover before we move into our third and final set. Okay, moving on to our third and final set. Again, bringing our glutes down to the edge of that chair, just find that heel position. Make sure we start on the same leg each time. And just bring that back foot up. Again, right to the edge of the chair, get that full range of motion through the ankle, and slowly lowering down. Nice deep breathing again. Take your time with these. And swap legs. Good stuff. Again, try and focus on one point on the floor to help you balance. And slowly lower down and back up. Good stuff. Nice deep breathing, one more. Good. And again, just pop them weights down behind you and walk it out, stretch your legs off. Just take 20 seconds, get a drink, get your breath back, let the legs recover, and I'll move on to our next exercise. Okay, so moving on, next up we have got a stretch for the hamstrings and the glutes as well. So we're going to start off in a kneeling position, like so. So facing forwards, I'm going to bring one foot up and out in front of the other. And all we're going to do is let this front knee fall down into the ground. So we're going to adjust feet position, keep yourself balanced, and then when we're ready, pull that knee down into the ground, taking nice deep breaths. Should feel that stretch right down through the glutes, into the hamstring and the calf as well. Again, hold this for 20 seconds before we swap sides. Okay, and swap legs. Again, really straighten this leg as far as we can. Might have a little bit of a stretch on the other quad as well, so really good stretch this one. Nice deep breaths as we hold for 20 seconds. Good, and after 20, bring both feet in together. Again, set the legs a little bit of a rest, move the hips a little bit. And when we're ready, back onto that side that we started with. So if you're struggling for balance, rather than having that back leg straight, just bring it across, it just helps to stabilise a little bit. Again, 20 seconds, pulling this knee down into the ground. Nice deep breaths as we hold that stretch. Okay. If you want a progressive stretch, try and pull the toes in towards you as you pull this knee down. Good, and again, after 20 seconds, bring that leg back in and bring the one out in front. Again, just get this back leg sorted to keep you stable. And lower this knee close to the ground if we can. Remember, pulling the toes in towards the shin just to progress that stretch. A nice deep breath for 20 seconds. And again, after 20 on each side, just walk that leg back in. Again, nice comfortable position, just shimmy the hips a little bit before we move on to our third and final stretch. And again, one on each side before we move on. Okay, so when we're ready, bring that foot out in front again. And always pulling that toe in towards the shin. Nice deep breaths, again, 20 seconds more. Okay, after 20, bring that leg back in. And once more, the opposite leg. Nice and straight, chest upright, bring the toes in, And nice deep breaths. 20 more seconds. And after 20 seconds again, bring both legs in and up onto your feet. Again, give the legs a nice little shake off. Some nice deep breaths, and that brings us to the end of the exercise, but also to the end of the class. Thank you very much for completing. Hope you enjoyed that. So moving on from this, we do have a little bit of a cool down to come. So please stay behind and complete the cool down to prepare you to stop exercising. Thank you. Okay, so the same way we prepare the body to warm up for exercise, we have to prepare the body to cool down in the same way. So just to start off with that, we'll pop our hands on our hips, and nice big circles, working around as far as we can. So looking to lower that heart rate back down to a resting level and keep the fluids transporting around the body to the tissues that we've worked. Nice deep breathing throughout. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, and then change direction, the exact same thing. Try and use your hands just to guide your hips a little bit further. Really progress that stretch if you want to. Good stuff. Keep working. Twice more round, and I'll move on to our next stretch. Okay, so starting off, hands on front of the legs. I'm just going to reach down to touch our toes, nice and slowly, and coming back up. Ensure we're going down as slowly as we're coming back up. Again, maintain deep breathing as we're working down to the toes and back up to our start position. Keep them knees nice and straight, don't let the knees bend as we work down. Okay, and then bring the hands up and behind the head. Again, nice deep breathing while working through all of these movements. So really open that chest up, nice deep breaths, and we're just going to work. Bring the hips out and the shoulders over to the other side. And the other way. And rotate to look each way. Again, just hold it at the end of the stretch and work around the opposite side. And forwards. Again, keeping them knees nice and straight. Keep the back in line. And back up. Nice deep breaths as we're working down. Nice deep breaths in as we come back up. And the same thing, leaning backwards. Okay, then just moving on to a very steady, just walking on the spot. Again, looking to keep those structures working. Looking to engage that skeletal muscle pump, so every time your muscle contracts, it pumps that blood flow back around the body. Similar to where the heart does, but rather up near the heart, right down near the structures that we've worked. So again, just nice and slow, keep your breathing nice and deep. Very gentle. I'm just going to move it around the mat, just side to side. Again, just engages different muscle groups ever so slightly. Okay, then just to finish off our cool down, some really nice deep breathing. Again, the nice deep breath really helps to lower that heart rate back to its resting level. So hands on hips or behind your back, wherever feels comfortable. Really get that chest out. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just keep repeating that. And that'll bring us to the end of our cool down. Thank you very much.